One of today's graduating scholars, president and CEO of the Shred Authority, Ken Williams. And we should note that our show is sponsored in part by Goldman Sachs today as well. Ken, it's great to have you on the show, one of your better business owners in the city. Tell us your story about the Shred Authority.
Well, the Shred Authority was started in 2005. That's when I purchased it. I actually started with 2 trucks. We now have 8 trucks. We have 2 on-site trucks, and we actually have a facility, one of the larger facilities. They can actually shred up to 20,000 pounds per hour, and we actually can even shred a bowling ball.
Oh, good. Well, that's good. That's always useful.
Oh,
if you need to get rid of a bowling ball.
Or a bad anchor.
What are you saying? Is that where Jonah? What are you saying, Rom? And he looked right at me.
I looked right past you.
It was
He couldn't resist.
He couldn't help himself.
He couldn't resist.
Oh my God.
What is that? It's a freebie.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a kind of
It was
low-hanging
Too
fruit.
easy. Too easy.
Very good. Let's focus on this very important.
I love it.
Story at the factory yesterday. It's a great story. He's got 14 jobs there. It started with 2 trucks. Tell them the story, though, Ken, what you're doing there now.
Actually, we're actually have, through the Goldman Sachs program, we're able to develop a business plan or a product plan to allow us to grow. We're actually moving from not really moving from the shredding business, but our core will be shredding. Mm-hmm. We're actually expanding into the storage business, and that's going to be strong for us.
You grow and grow and grow. You're going to
Yes.
be graduating a scholar today from the 10,000 Small Businesses program.
Yes.
You went to business school.
Yes.
But what gap did this program through Goldman Sachs fill for you that you didn't get at business school?
Well, when you're in business school, you don't really have classes on entrepreneurship and the little details. You don't know what you don't know. So it's all about knowing what you don't know. Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Businesses allowed me to get a laser focus on our business and allowed us to create a growth path for our business through development and actually allowing us to improve our culture. And our culture is ICE.
So Ken, exactly what did Goldman Sachs do for you? Was it people who came in and told you how to do it or taught you things that you hadn't learned in business? What did they do to get you on this trajectory?
Well, what they actually did for me is they go through a number of different classes and they give you different things that you can actually study. One thing that was actually really big for me were the metrics and learning the ratios and things like that. I spent a lot of time in the numbers. I now do something which I call activity-based costing. I cost our business right down to the employee. I can actually see how productive they are. It's phenomenal. It's absolutely great.
Can I say
Rob,
this is what I'm very excited about. I asked Goldman to bring this to our community colleges. We have the largest applicants. This small business, like all the other 37 others in the class, they're the job engine of our economy. And the fact is, Goldman Sachs advice is usually for the Fortune 100. Ken's been a recipient of the advice that people pay millions of dollars for through our community colleges who are adding jobs, and we are not going to grow our economy in the city of Chicago if Ken and the multiple Kens that are in that class don't get that type of advice. He now has, as he told me yesterday, a whole new model how to literally track economic growth truck by truck that he couldn't do before.
Right.
So Mr. Mayor, does this lead to the feeling that some hold in this country that small businesses like Ken's can't grow without the cooperation and the help and the assistance of big business, that it flows down?
I mean, look, I'll let Ken answer, and then I will go follow in behind him. Go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. For large businesses, I have a number of larger businesses that I have a number of larger businesses that I support. Folks like Blue Cross Blue Shield, the National Archive, or the Post Office. They allow us to actually create jobs. Last week I had 12 employees. This week I have 14 employees. We hired 2 employees in 1 week. That's strong.
What I would say is
Really
it's a false choice. Ken's major clients are major Fortune 100, Fortune 500 companies here in the city of Chicago because they're doing well. They're hiring. Ken's got 2 more employees, and the choice between small or big businesses is a wrong choice. And the fact is, if both are growing, or if Ken's doing well, his partners and his employees are going to be buying things, doing things. And so I don't think it's big businesses versus small businesses. It's making sure businesses are growing, creating jobs, and hiring. And I'm glad that Goldman Sachs is making sure that Ken gets the advice that's usually reserved and paid for the Fortune 100, that Ken's shop gets that advice, gets that expertise, and he now can add people, grow, and get more clients. And that's why we wanted this in Chicago. And before I was even mayor sworn in, I went after Goldman Sachs and said, bring it to Chicago. We're going to turn our community colleges now into professional service school where they're doing their training at Harold Washington.
And what about the relationship, Ken, between small business and the city of Chicago? Have you gotten incentives to hire? Have they helped you improve your business from a government point of view?
I can tell you that the city has been absolutely great with me. It's not that they can do anything special for us other than support us, and they have been great with regards to that.
I want to add, if I could do a plug for, we just last month passed an ordinance. We shrunk our city licenses. We had 147, we took it down to 47. We shrunk it by over 60%. And make sure that, I asked Ken this when we were talking yesterday. He has 3 licenses he has to get from the city. 2 inspectors come in. First aspect, we're going to condense the licenses so you don't have to purchase that many. And B, we're going to consolidate and modernize our inspections so you're focused not on City Hall, you're focused on your customers.
Business, exactly.
Cut down the bureaucracy.
All right.
Can we ask Ron one thing before we go? You come in, you pick up.
How's that going,
You
Ron?
pick up the newspaper today, the banner headline in the Chicago Tribune. I don't know if we can grab it here, guys. It's about your fight with teachers and the teacher union. Where does that stand this morning?
Let me say this. It's not my fight with the teachers, because our teachers are great. It's making sure that our kids aren't caught up in that strike, because our kids, we have the best graduation rate on record. Our kids deserve, like our teachers deserve. Our teachers deserve a pay raise. Our kids deserve a full school day. And they haven't gotten that. I want to make sure our kids get a full school day because we have great teachers and we have great kids, and they both need to be lifted up.
Shortest school day of a major city?
Shortest school day, shortest school year on record of any major city in the country. 10 top cities.
Mayor Rahm Emanuel and Ken Williams, thank you so much.